This is your Barbados Today Morning News Update for Wednesday, June 26, 2019. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. At least 2 credit unions have racked up significant losses on government securities for their last financial year. The Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union Limited and the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited are reporting combined losses of more than $7 million. Barbados Today's Marlon Madden has the details.
The Barbados Public Workers Cooperative Credit Union said government's debt restructuring had significantly affected its net income for the financial year ending March 31st. The credit union says its net income prior to taxation and levies was $11.5 million, that's $7.3 million less than the previous year. And it's blaming this on the loss of $4 million in government securities and $2.9 million on impairment loss on goodwill. The management described the income year 2019 as challenging. Meantime, the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited says while it recorded $1.1 million in profit, it lost more than $3.5 million relating to government debt. The credit union held $17.83 million in government securities last year. On the other hand, deposits grew by 17% and loans by 11%. This brought the total assets for the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited to $159.4 million, an increase of 7% over the previous year. This is Marlon Madden reporting for Barbados Today.
A major player has joined the fight against non-communicable diseases, which continues to wreak havoc on economies like Barbados. Rum producers are now on board, and over the coming months, they plan to roll out a major initiative to promote responsible drinking. It's been implemented by the West Indies Rum and Spirits Association, but the local effort will be spearheaded by the newly formed Barbados Alcohol Industry Association. Member Rafael Grisoni explains that a major part of the initiative will include relabeling products.
We identify a clear logo, a pictogram that shows that you cannot drink and drive. The second picto is you cannot drink while you're pregnant for women, so it will be explicitly on the back label. And the third indicator or pictogram, which is very clear, it's you cannot drink under the legal age drinking age, so 18 or above. So those 3 pictograms will be slowly, well, not slowly, the fastest possible will be implemented on back label of all Caribbean rum and spirit producers. So it's a regional initiative. Of course, Barbados, with 4 distilleries on the island, will play his role, of course, its role, but it's a regional initiative.
Grisoni, who's the managing director of Mount Gay Distilleries Limited, says he isn't concerned about a drop in sales as a result of the new promotion.
It will somehow, it will impact our sales, but I don't mind because I don't want consumers to be intoxicated by a heavy dose of any alcoholic product. I don't want that. It's not the aim of our company. Maybe it's shocking some of you thinking, wow, how could be that a rum producer is taking this posture? But I think at the contrary, it's all about sustainability. You still want to have generation enjoying your product responsibly, so we cannot encourage the harmful drinking for sure.
The reputation of Barbados is at stake. That's the reaction of Democratic Labour Party leader Verla de Pisa following claims in the U.S. money laundering trial of former government minister Donville Inniss that other government officials may have also received illegal payments from the insurance company at the center of the scandal. De Pisa tells Barbados Today that this goes beyond party politics and anyone involved in taking bribes should be held to account.
What I will say is that there was no time frame placed on that statement. When they said it was commonplace, they didn't say it was commonplace in the last 5 years, last decade, last 15, 20 years. So to the present government, there would be the caution that there may well be a taint that goes further than what we are already experiencing. And perhaps if there is evidence, they have all of the files in front of them now, that the time to release it is now. Let's have the bloodletting one time and done, however far it goes, however deep it spreads. It is. Let's have at it now, because the reputation of Barbados, you are correct, is on the line. It is not a party issue. It is a national issue, and bring the evidence forward.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In the region, the Bahamas Power and Light Company is urging businesses to prepare for further disruptions in power supply following a series of blackouts in some areas over the weekend. Company officials have apologized to the public for the frequent outages, but consumers say that's not good enough. We get the details in this Our News report.
Thank God I get a little battery fan. That's all I show, so I can go up, it's a big problem.
And finally, in the United States, Acting Customs and Border Protection Commissioner John Sanders has informed employees he is stepping down from his post on July 5th. His resignation after only 2 months in the post follows reports of children living in squalor at border stations where they often lack child care, bedding, or even basic hygiene items. More from France 24.
These may be file pictures, but eyewitness reports from attorneys visiting a border facility like this one in Texas last week make it clear the U.S.'s immigration crisis has hit a new, distressing low. The immigration attorneys who visited the Clint station reported talking to children who were experiencing unsafe and unsanitary conditions.
We've seen the worst conditions that we've seen in the last 3 years of conducting these visits. We are seeing sick children, we are seeing dirty children, we are seeing hungry children, we're seeing children who have been separated from their parents and other family members.
Some of the children at the Clint facility had gone for weeks without access to soap, clean clothes, and adequate food. The lawyers also saw hungry children trying to soothe one another. 15 of them were sick with the flu, and another 10 were in medical quarantine. Many of the children had been separated from their families when detained by U.S. authorities. Speaking on NBC's Meet the Press, Donald Trump deflected the blame toward his predecessor, saying there was separation under President Obama and that he ended it.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.